Welcome back to Hearthstone on the channel. As you may have noticed from this video being uploaded, we did not get to Zillia. I was in Phoenix again over the weekend for the last time. It's like 5 straight weeks of going down. It's a little much, but you know, we've gotten the most of the family stuff in the rearview mirror as much as it can be. So we're going to play a little bit more this week. Now, I had a realization, because it had been so long in between videos. I was doing mostly new stuff that had come out since the expansion, but we have all sorts of things we haven't played yet. Look at these Jade decks. We haven't done any of that on YouTube. They're kind of old hat by now, but that's okay. So here's a Jade Druid. This is a deck that has run rampant on the ladder in different ways at different times. It has lost a little bit of its firepower since the new expansion dropped, specifically because Bran presented a lot of fun opportunities to get Jades ramped up very quickly. But most of the deck is still here. If anything, what the deck lost was some of its other low-end stuff. What are those two cards called? I'm blanking on them right now because it's super early in the morning for me. It's 12:03. Look, it's down there. But I slept in this morning. There is the Raven Idol that is gone. And there is Living Roots that is gone. So a couple of those things were fuels for a number of different ways this deck could work. There are also different versions of Jade Druid. I haven't really rebuilt this yet. I just filled in new cards to make it so this could be played in Standard. But back then, you would run 2 Gadgets and Auctioneers. You really only need 1, especially now with fewer low-cost spells. But 2 Gadgets and Auctioneers, you could cycle through your deck pretty quickly. You could get out Jades quickly. I mean, if you pull these dudes in, and then you get to the point where you start shuffling 3 copies into your deck, that's fun. Also creates a lovely endgame scenario. If you have a Gadgets and up and you're just cycling through mostly Jade Idols in your deck and you have 10 mana, I mean, you can do at least 4 of these in a turn. And you can just keep putting more copies in. And you never go into fatigue. You never run out of cards. You keep building bigger Jades. But nowadays, with those 2 other 1-mana spell cards gone, it's a little bit different. I've put in a new card here, the Tortalan Forager, because I misread it when I first did it. I thought that was putting a minion with 5 or more attack from your deck into your hand. And I thought, oh, well, the Ancient of War, it'd be a great way to just draw those into my hand and have those for, you know, anti-aggro, put up a big 5/10 with Taunt. It's not quite how it works, but you can still get some interesting stuff from this. There are all sorts of good minions with 5 or more attack. So I've kept them in for now just to have some other early game options because, again, the deck is sort of hurting for them. One of the things you could do before was Raven Idol for spells and look to ramp up that way. As a result, I put a Mire Keeper back in. I wasn't running one of these for a while, but it's just another way to ramp up. We're looking for that gradual curve. I didn't have any Astral Communions, but even if I had, it rotated out. Beyond that, this is just Jade stuff that you'd expect if it's new to you. This is what you've got. 3-mana Jade Blossom, summons a dude, get an empty mana crystal. The 4-mana Jade Spirit, summons a Jade Golem. The 6-mana Jade Behemoth, a 3/6 with Taunt, summons a Jade Golem. And then Aya Blackpaw essentially tries to summon 2 Jade Golems. Of course, that also worked with Bran. So did this. So did this. Now, the other issue with losing those low-end spells is Fandrel's not quite as good. I mean, there are some targets still. Feral Rage is good. There's one of those. Wrath is phenomenal every time. And even the Jade Idols can work. But, yeah, this deck probably needs some retooling. I guess the Druid of the Claws work with it now. Yeah, but these were also an addition. I did not run these in the original deck, but once it got thinned out, and because the meta, as always, is pretty aggro, although it's a little more control than it was pre-expansion, that's what we're rocking. So let's play a couple games. I have a Druid quest. Let's play Druid cards. It's May 1st, I think. Is that correct? Yeah. So we'll work our way back to rank 20 because that's where we always sit on these videos. It's become a tradition on this channel, and I'm not going to change it now, by God. Push for Legend. Maybe if the rewards for Legend weren't shit.
I must protect.
Here's a card back. And you get better rewards in your treasure chest.
Okay. No, don't get me wrong. There's value in being able to say, like, yeah, I made Legend. I'm always torn. I hate tossing this back because, you know, you only have the one of it and it's super good. So we might actually just toss that instead. Keep Aya and look for ramp. Well. So we're up against a Taunt Warrior, which is actually not a phenomenal matchup for Jade. Pro tip, don't ever shuffle the 3 Jade Idols in first. You've got 2 copies in your deck. Summon the 1/1 so that all your other cards get increased value. Even now, months past these cards being implemented in the game, I still see people making that mistake. And it is correct to summon first 99% of the time. True story. We're going to see something annoying come down like a Tar Creeper here. I think we really want to get in gear before he starts getting set up. So I expected we would have seen Fiery War Axe instead of Hero Power last turn if he had it. Maybe not to kill a 1/1 though. I don't know. Yeah. This is what this deck does. Hasn't played any taunts yet, but that's okay. Sometimes the deck doesn't need to, but we're going to try and get this out and see what he does about it. We don't even have anything we're looking to activate with this, but it presents itself as a 3/5 for 4 that people desperately look to clear as soon as humanly possible.
I have an axe to grind.
Well, we can kill it. We can even kill it without blemishing the 3/5 if we want to go that route. Might just do that. Then he can't execute it. If we make it to turn 7, we get extreme value out of our Ancient of War.
Sharp gadgets and steel.
Well, that's not exactly what we were hoping to draw. But now we can Ancient of War next turn. Run headlong into a brawl, what do you say?
Made to fit. Armor made to fit.
That's gross. That's okay though. So we'll get, 4 mana out of that. And there's the execute we knew was coming, but we were kind of hoping to bait something like that out because even without the increased value, I think this is fine. We have seen quite a few of his ways of potentially dealing with this already in the gutter. We're hoping to fade like Divine Shield. That's also a little gross. Alrighty. 8 mana. I don't necessarily mind just throwing the 5/8 at this. He's going to have a lot of shields, but that's okay. Some of these decks don't even run Shield Slam, although I would imagine if he's running Armor Smith that he is.
What to
I think this is just too good to get out there.
Goals are a girl's best friend.
do? For the wild.
Because we have even more Jades coming down the pipe here. We've got 2 cards in hand that are going to summon them, although technically the Jade Idol in its current form is not going to do that. We're going to want to shuffle that in. But we have the option of doing that if we wanted to.
What now?
I intend just to hold on to that until it can be an activator for gadgets in. But if things got desperate and we really wanted to summon a Jade Idol, we could.
What now?
How many times has he played? 2? 3. Okay. So he's a ways off, but that is a great way, until we get super huge, for him to deal with Jade Golems. Doing 8 damage to a random target takes out my Jades for quite some time. Yeah, I should have called out that that was coming, because I had a feeling it was. It's a nice turn, but again, this is a bad matchup for us, so we're really not all that concerned by it. That's too good not to. Wait a minute. That's not what I grabbed.
Berries, my favorite.
Now, because we're a little bit worried about Brawl, we're going to go ahead and take the damage we can get there. That Savannah Highmane's actually a rather good pull.
Out of my jungle.
Just wondering when we're going to see a Stonehill Defender. Lo and behold.
Out of my jungle.
All the 1/4s. Alright, well I think the easiest way to start this turn is here. No, that doesn't get to live. Now we want to get more on the board here. Could also Wild Growth with our remaining mana here. Hero Power doesn't really do us any good. We'll do it like that.
Try one.
And I think we'll do this.
Out of my jungle.
He's just cycling through all of them. So let's see what he wants to do here. Does he want to waste a charge of the War Axe? Because that can't kill the 5/4. This can. That's not terrible. Considering that we can't stop this from happening. I mean, it is what it is. Okay. It's not a phenomenal draw, but we'll do what we can.
Where shall I strike?
I like what this represents. It has 2 little 2/1s sitting out there, although he could probably kill them with the Ravaging Ghoul or some such. What do you know? Trying to make it hard for him to hero power our face. Hit the little 2/1s. That's a great use of the hero power. But they're dead. We also are still concerned about Brawl. We haven't seen it, and I'm pretty sure these decks run at least 1. This is where I miss Bran. Like, having Bran with Jade Spirit feels so good. We can dump a whole lot of stuff out here if we want to go that route this turn. I mean, we're definitely doing this. Right? Right. Definitely doing this.
The land serves me.
Here.
For the wild.
A Brawl would be sad. But not unsurmountable. If we could draw a damn Gadgets in, that would be really helpful. There's 2 left in here.
Let the pain speak to me.
Okay, well, clearly he's not brawling if this is what he's doing. That's certainly not what we wanted to see. That actually sucks a lot of ass. Now let's put 1 big dude out there. Let's draw off of this. We should probably draw first if we're being honest. See, I was holding on to the Wild Growth hoping I could draw a bunch off of that with the Gadgets in. Now, I mean, we're going to have at least 2. So I think we need to play this as well. He didn't Brawl last turn. It's hard to imagine him doing it this turn. Could have attacked the 3/6 and hit it with the 3/3 and the 2/2, but now the good news is our Jades are at the point where they are no longer killed by his hero power. With any that we summon coming forward here. Hit the 7/7. Well, feast or famine, right?
I got the best deals anywhere.
Okay. Well, that's a bit of a gross draw, isn't it?
For the wild.
Job's done.
Let's see, what else is in there? The other Wrath is in there. There's now 3 Jade Idols in there. That would have been helpful. Isn't that cute? Okay.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Well, we got pretty unlucky with those pulls. If we could have cycled through a couple more Raven Idols, that would have been a lot more helpful. Or any other spells, really. Now, whether this hits the 4/4 and it takes our draw power, or our face and it takes us down to 5, that's bad. Okay. Two 10 health minions. Waiting for a brawl where the 1/5 survives.
The menagerie is for guests only.
That's not bad. Hit the 5/10. Attaboy. Atta kid. We've seen both execute, so he's screwed there. I think I have to shuffle these back in now, if I'm counting correctly. But we're going to do this. And we're going to clear. Well, this is better shape than we were in. Hit that 11/11. Oh, my taunt. Luckily, we can still summon a few more taunts. Okay.
Where shall I strike?
Gotta keep our health up. It's still pretty desperately low. That's fine.
I have an axe.
That's fine. Don't entirely know why he hit the 4/6, but it doesn't matter. Look at that. The power of Jade. You can see exactly where that key tipping point is, though. You gotta get the Jades that are big enough to then take the hit from the 8 damage that's going around randomly. Let's open some packs to end out this video. That was a long game, so we're only going to do the one. We can open a legendary or something. I'd be more interested in what were in these, but I already have a lot of cards from this set. At least, you know, the commons and the rares. So if it's not, at least an epic, or, you know, fingers crossed, a legendary. We're not really that worried about it. No. It was not good luck. So yeah, we'll have more Hearthstone this week. I don't even know what I'm going to play all week. We'll do this Jade Rogue at some point, and yeah. Get out of here. You know what? I don't know why this is done. Let's just move on, shall we? A couple other decks we'll try this week. Maybe we'll double back and play ones that we played into last week. And then now that I'm actually home for a few days in a row, I imagine we'll have Zillia next week. But then again, I said that last week, and I lied to you right to your face. So, stay tuned.